live. My name is Mike Saha, and I'm a Christian torrent video, gang-stalked torrent video, totally gang-stalk. And I'm an IRL streamer. I was live earlier on Twitch. So let's start by transferring that stream to Rumble and YouTube. So I'm live right now to Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. I just uploaded this medical disclaimer. I was doing some, putting some work, using ChatGPT to craft the medical disclaimer, and it has both the general, short, and extra cautious level. And then here I have the copyright disclaimer. So I'm a torrent video, Christian torrent video, and I'm an IRL streamer. So I go live, I live stream, but not in public a lot of times. So since I'm gang-stalked, totally gang-stalked, there's people that used to harass me and target me. And every time I go outside, there's people that sent to appear in the vicinity, appear where I am. They're also called gang-stalking, perps, quote-unquote. So gang-stalking has state involvement, so it's not just run-of-the-mill people. What type of people in this city should participate in gang-stalking? Target me for the secret program. Security, I've seen Securitas workers, police officers, it's state persecution. Like Sir Setson program was a state target program. So there's anything from police officers to the deep state have plans all over the place. So there's cops, police officers have participated in targeting Securitas, security guards, civilians, quote unquote, average Joes. Now they're not civilians because they're part of an army waging a war on somebody. So there's all kinds of people participating: police, security companies, average Joes, quote unquote. It can be nurses, doctors in a hospital. If I go to a hospital, they might have. I would count on the fact that they would have people working in the hospital. There are agents that can be used to target me in the hospital. If I go to a psych ward or prison, they have prison guards or psych ward workers participate in targeting. Verify microphone. Oh, okay. Sometimes I hit the hotkey here, FN F4, to turn off the microphone. So I'd like to verify. It's happened at least one time that I went live like this, and then the microphone was turned off when I started. And I figured out later on. So here, and then it on and turn it off. Like the beats here become copy. I make a noise and you can hear I gotta go ooh and then turn on off microphone. Ooh, because I guess. So anyway, I'm a total video talk with gang stalking. And imagine if I was like stalked by the feds Lisa, fake TI, stalked by the feds Lisa Legg, who's a fake on video. And one of the uses that she has, despite being a toxic fake torrent video as far as I'm concerned, is that she can be used as a teaching point where I go, if someone comes into my chat, Mike, nobody will ever believe you, or something like this. Nobody believes you. Nobody ever will. Be like, well, there's a woman called Stalk by the Feds, Lisa, who's got 500,000 followers on Instagram with several viral videos, who's claiming to be a torrent video, torrent gang stalking. So apparently it's not by default, it's impossible to have people believe that you're targeted with something. So anyway, I thought about this. Speak of Securitas, okay? So I'm not saying in this video that the person security guard was a gang stalker, that he was targeted for the program. The reason that he was outside of the bakery, like in the corner store area where I was going to buy coffee, and that he happened to be parked there and be standing with a camera. I'm not saying that was a skit, like that he was participating in gang stalking or anything, but I thought about it after coming home and I clipped it on Twitch. Imagine if I would use the same style as Talk by the Feds Lisa, where it'd be like security guard waiting for me when I arrive at the corner store. Because that's her style. Meaning, if I look at her Instagram, it'd be like she goes somewhere And then there's like a car park with one headlight or strange license plates or something like this, or tinted windows. And she films it up on an Instagram reel, and it's like gang stalking perp waiting for me when I arrive at the supermarket or something like this. So she films a car with a person in public. Sometimes she goes to a cafe, she films over her shoulder, makes an Instagram reel. Gang stalking perp sitting down at the cafe after I arrive. See, so it's like she's got more like bold, whereas me, I'm more like a attorney. I'm more like a person, like a lawyer or somebody who's known the law. Where it's like if somebody knows how to avoid being sued and things like this, that's how I would be doing it. Where yeah, it's like if you see me go today, for example, if I play the clip of the security guard company, which the truth is, as I am a tolerant video talk with gang stalking, I have before said that security companies are involved and the Swedish police in the gang stalking, the persecution program. And today I arrive at the rare time that I go outside, and the program spies me for video. So they knew that I was getting ready to leave to buy coffee, and they knew to 99% certainty I will go to that area, the corner store area, to buy instant coffee. Okay. And what would you have it? There's a security guard, a securities company car, Securitas car parked there. And it could look like he's behaved like it was a skit because time to me arriving, he like turns on, so there's like a flashlight on his car, and then he takes up a camera timed as I'm walking past and holds a camera like this. And it that could look like a skit. Okay, then I'm supposed to notice that. It's like it's playing into it's like, oh, try to get us on the defensive. It's like the nicest thing, and it's kind of matching what Andy Wood's gang stalking pastor was talking about recently to try to get you on the defensive. Well, listen, I'm not a person that's worried about being on camera. I'm a person that's been championing, promoting for years here, being harassed by security workers, question mark, have I? Have I been? Okay. And police officers. I've been championing for like, I'd like it if these people, all they are streaming and the cops show up, and it's just me having to make sure that this interaction is documented in case they will break the law. Or I feel like they were harassing me or the cops broke the law or something. It's on me to be live streaming as I'm interacting with the police when they show up on outside if I want that documentation. Do you understand? If I wouldn't be live streaming on outside and be stopped by the police and stuff that I have and feeling harassed by them, and I come home and be like, you wouldn't believe what happened. I was outside today walking, like on my laptop, if I wasn't live streaming out in public. And I could come home and be like, yeah, today I was harassed by two police officers. They show up, they're rude, disrespectful, they did this wrong thing, that wrong thing. And people be like, oh, yeah, sure, my cool story, bro. That never happened. You probably made it up or something like this. Okay. Now, if I'm live, it's like today I was outside and here's an interaction I had with X person. The police showed up or something like this. So I've been championing for years. And that's part of the reason I started licensing around in public because I'd be harassed by police, meaning their behavior would make me feel harassed, is what I mean by that. And I've been basically promoting like I would love it if Swedish cops started having body cams. So it's not like only it's on me. Like if I have the cops over the years since moving to the city show up and I feel like I'm being harassed, like they might be breaking the law even in the behavior. And it's like if it gets to a point, I want to report a J1 man up, for example, justitieombudsmannen or something like this. Like if I want to report the police for what I believe that they've been breaking the law and how they've been interacting with me over the years. Repeated occasions of having the police show up where I am, and their behavior makes me feel abused, violated, and uh, possibly even feel like they're breaking the law. And there would be a case to make that they have been breaking the law in at least one of the interactions with me. Now, uh, that's part of what got me to start streaming. That I wouldn't be able to be outside without the cops showing up and making me feel harassed with their behavior. So their behavior would make me feel as if I was being harassed. Okay, and on repeat occasions, my perception was looks like these guys are breaking the law. Okay, I'm not an expert in the law, but I know enough to know if the police are acting out of bounds. Okay, um, so anyway, I've been promoting for years. It's like I'd love it if the cops, Swedish cops, would stop wearing body cams. Like every cop would have a body cam, like in America. Okay, for everybody's good, for the greater good is a joke. So, and security companies things like this. And now it started where I don't think it's even every cop have a body camera. I'm not sure. I had to do some googling on that. But from the last 3+ years of having intermittent police interactions not in public, live streaming, the cops show up and create a stressful situation. A lot of times they use as an excuse that I'm live streaming in public, that they approaching me, which I have the legal right to do. Okay, so I don't have this problem of like, oh, I'm on camera makes me defensive, insecure. It's like I'm a person. I love it. It's like, I would love it if every cop, every security guard had a camera filming when they're out in public. So if a security guard is like filming and it's supposed to make me feel like, oh, I'm on the defense now, somebody filming me. It's like that doesn't have that effect. Okay, I feel myself and around myself, and I would love it if every security company guard and the cars would have cams, and the police cars and on the uniform they would have body cams. So in case I would have an interaction with cops, and it's like my phone ran out of battery. And part of why I'm actually is to protect myself from abuse by the Swedish police department, which I felt abused by on several occasions, and harassment. I'm a total victim of gang stalking, and part of how I've been responding to that is to not hide, okay, at home and like keep it covering up that I'm a TI. Okay, no, but having established an online platform of being an IRL streamer, live streaming. And a few times I don't live stream, but I'm video recording when I'm out in public or live streaming privately, which a lot of social media platforms like YouTube, I could go live and then select the audience, private, unlisted, public. And then sometimes I'm going live privately. And then after the fact, I decide, do I publish this IRL stream that I did? And it was just private. So it's like I'm live streaming, but only I can watch it. And then after the fact, I might go, do I publish this or not? So anyway, um, I'm not a person who's concerned about if people are live streaming. It's like when if you live in a surveillance society now, but the deep state control the camera, spy on everybody. They listen to everybody's phone calls. That's my take. You should count on it. They spy on everybody. They're spying on you in your home. They listen to your phone calls. They're keeping tabs on your text messages and messenger conversations and wherever you are. You have to counter the fact that you're being spied on, no matter who you are. Okay. So I believe that the deep state spies on everybody. The difference is target individuals like me know we're being spied on because they will use some of the info that they get by spying on you to customize and tailor make harassment skits like narcissistic abuse tactics, meaning they can listen to you through a microphone. If I'm not live right now, obviously you can hear me through my laptop, see? So if I enter this live stream, the deep state will be listening through my a back door of my laptop, listen through my microphone. And if I didn't cover the camera, they could even look at what I'm doing in my home, see? So if I go around uh, like I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Let's say I'm humming a song like that. And then the next time I go outside, there's a car park just as I exit my apartment complex. And somebody turns on the radio, I'm gonna swing and say, oh, that's the song I was humming at a low volume inside my home less than 30 minutes ago, right before leaving. It's like as I was washing the dishes, stuff like just getting dressed, ready to go outside, I'm humming that song, I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. And then as I leave, they have a gang stalk in the neighborhood, like turn on that song as I exit. This is the type of subtle things that they can do to make you feel harassed. But like they're referencing things that you're doing in private. And it doesn't have to be something damning. Like it's like you're drinking goat blood at home or something like this. It's like, yeah, we know we've been drinking goat blood. It's just commenting on whatever you're doing as a way to make you feel harassed. There's like they're watching. These evil people that are working to destroy your life are watching everything you do. You have no privacy. So just them commenting on the private conversations, interactions, life is a way to make you feel harassed. And don't worry, before they say this, these gang stalks are going to turn off the chat uh, pretty soon. So we're going to look at my recent RL stream. Okay, a recent RL stream. And basically, a thought that hit me was, I thought about that. The balance. Maybe I should be a little bit more like Stock by the Feds Lisa, who is a fake TI. I count her as a fake TI. Okay. So Stock by the Feds Lisa, maybe I should be a little bit more like her, where I've been cautious. So notice how when you have a legal to protect yourself from legal problems, ChatGPT make a YouTube disclaimer and they go extra cautious, which means extra protection, make it extra hard for somebody to sue you or give you a strike on your channel. See? So I've been more like covering every like that, and then sometimes it's like I get into a livid rant and then like throw caution to the wind and end up having to pull the live stream after I'm finished. Like I gotta delete this stream. Okay, I went too far. If I leave that up, I could possibly enough people report the stream, I could get a strike or uh, some other issue. So anyway, his support. Maybe I should be a little bit more like Stockport Feds Lisa. But looking at Stockport Feds Lisa, fake TI, fake target video, counterintelligence agent. That's what I count as. That's my opinion. Um, if I look at her, it's like looking at how she does things. It's like if she had this live stream IRL, she might make videos, one headlight car showing up where I am, gang stalking vehicle with one headlight, drives past me as I'm out in public. She might upload that. Now, I was live and it was a car with just one headlight when I was outside. Like, I was outside for 30 minutes. And during those 30 minutes, as I arrive at my destination, I plan to go to buy coffee. There's a security guard there, right as where I'm arriving, and he takes out a camera, takes pictures and stuff. So, and that could be something. Uh, it wouldn't be impossible that that person was a participant in the target that was a targeting skit. So I'm supposed to feel harassed and messed with by his mere presence, and on top of that, how he was acting. That as a hypothetical is not impossible for target video. That's that could have been the case that he was there because Amateur would arrive in that area and they had pre-planned his presence and his behavior in advance. Okay, and which I don't have a problem with people taking pictures. I'm for every security guard and every cop having a watch there and the vehicles too. So in case uh, I'm outside and there's a cop showing up and I feel like they were breaking the law or harassing me somehow, and let's say my phone like ran out of battery and it's just like that, I would prefer it if there's a body cam running on the car and I could go and apply for the FOIA request the video. Okay. And if I needed to make a legal case, there's like a video, audio video of the interaction there. So um, typically people that have a problem with being filmed or licensed are people that break the law, they're up to no good. Okay. They understand. People are if people are doing something wrong, they don't want cameras around. Now here's the thing: I'm not live streaming trying to catch citizens breaking the law. Understand? If there's some teenagers smoking marijuana or something like this, I'm not going to be like. I understand if I'm outside live streaming, I'm live streaming to protect myself from the government, the Swedish police and security companies, and average Joes that are agents working to harass me and destroy my life. So I'm live streaming to make it harder for them to harass me and destroy my life with the Sursetson state prosecution program. So if I would be like walking outside, I see some teenagers smoking marijuana or adults who have like the smoking marijuana, which is illegal. I'm not gonna be like turn the camera, get them on camera, breaking the law. Okay, that's not why I'm live streaming. Okay, as a matter of fact, it's been a few times if I see somebody doing something and I don't think they're an agent, they're not one of these state government agents working for the program, gang stalking program, and I feel like it's like I've so a few times kind of I don't film this because possibly this could be a little bit. Say support. My goal is this. I'm doing general purpose IRL streams, which is like a type of content. People live stream out and about, and so it's like checking that box. It's average general IRL streaming, a guy live streaming out in public. Top of that, I'm not the video. So if there's something the program does when I'm outside live streaming, I might want to get that on camera. But anyway, it's a point. So if I was stalked by the Feds Lisa, possibly I would have uploaded 3 clips from what happened in my Twitch stream to the RL stream. There's a security guard waiting, like it's where I am, where I've arriving at the corner store, pastry shop, cafe area. And it's weird I go outside and it's just, oh, what would you have? What are the chances security guard car here, which I've been ranting about before, that they've harassed me for this gang stalking program. I've ranted about before saying that Securitas, the security guard company, have been involved in the targeting. Okay. What are the chances? This time it wasn't the cops that were waiting there. This happened before. It's like I'm going outside because I ran out of something to go to the corner store. Oh, what are the chances a cop car driving past the corner store has an exit? And it's like the frequency of how often it happens that the cops come where I am when I'm outside IRL streaming is sus, okay, as far as I'm concerned. Now, this time it wasn't the cops, it was a security guard, Securitas uh, company. And I don't know if in the Stasi Schätzen program, it could be by Wikipedia, if they had a security guard, German security guards involved in the gang stalker or not. Now, here's the point. If I was stalked by the feds, these I might have clipped that and go, gang stalking security guard waiting for me as I arrive at the corner store area or something like this, doing a street theater skit or something like this. And then there was also called one headlight. She might have made a clip, upload to Instagram or TikTok, wherever she's active, and go, one headlight, gang stalker drives past me with one headlight as I'm outside or something like this. Whereas me, I'm just live streaming, and that one headlight car might end up being in camera because I'm not filming where I am. So if there's a one headlight car driving past, it will be in the camera in the live stream. And the security company, I did turn and film, but I wasn't really aggressive with it. So my goal was going to get some coffee, and my goal today was not really. I mean, I could have stopped there when I walked past. Could have stopped and like filmed and get close-ups and film the car. And if that things like this, and then if it starts as what are you filming? Oh, well, I'm live streaming, so this is that. I mean, I could have gotten more footage, but my goal wasn't to get footage of gang stalking or possible potential gang stalking or like getting footage, okay, content. My goal today wasn't like getting content and like clips and filming anything that's otherwise interesting. It was basically going to the uh, cafe to get a cup of coffee and to the corner store to buy instant coffee powder and also salt to make salt water used for mouthwash and nasal rinses. So, anyways, the point. Let's look at the video now. First of all, I'm gonna go and turn off the. So I am a gang stalk targeted video, and gang stalking does. I have been targeted by all kinds of people. So gang stalking, the gang stalking program, you'll have police officers involved in it. You'll have a security guard companies part of it. And since I'm dangerous to the deep state, by what I know, like the They Live guy in the Daily movie that got eyes that can see all the truth, they want to think I'm crazy and paranoid. See. They're worried about the masses fighting me and hearing the truth that I teach about health fitness, about the deep state, the world system, this conspiracy, that conspiracy. So they need you to believe that I'm crazy, okay? And I'm not crazy. So this is a multi-stream. I'm live streaming to Twitch. I'm live streaming to Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube at the same time. And we're gonna go look at the Twitch stream. So this will be a kind of, and this is part of what I do. Meaning, I'm not gonna have like put all my eggs in one basket. I learned the hard way by having being deplatformed a social media account where I had a lot of documentation. Okay, and a lot of great videos that got lost. So I learned my lesson there. And now it's not that I only stream to YouTube. So if in case it turn off my YouTube channel, all the videos and content is gone forever. I'm live streaming to YouTube, Rumble, uh, and Twitch. Okay. And I also download choice content if there's something that I really want to make sure doesn't disappear. So that's the point. I actually downloaded Twitch stream just just in case. That's the point. I got some little things to take care of. So I think how I might do this just for the Twitch stream that was live only on Twitch and Rel stream, and I got a clip and posted it to YouTube. It can be good to have kind of as a habit to make sure that the IRL streams are not only on the platform where I'm live streaming. So I went live to Twitch only. So this will be a way to get that Twitch stream to YouTube and Rumble by screen sharing, playing my own stream from the beginning to the end. So uh, it will be without commentary, at least initially, where I turn off my microphone, camera, screen share, and play the video to back it up to YouTube and Rumble. So here we go. Put some disclaimers up there. Put my new medical disclaimer in case I'm talking about health, fitness, and supplementation. There you go. And then we'll do this channel, Maxa89. So if you're watching on another platform than Twitch, Maxa89 is my Twitch. And I'm looking at my old channel here. I'm gonna find the back to Twitch. Create a dashboard. Community content. Here. Now I'm gonna verify that there's nothing shown before I start screen sharing, like my IP or password or something like this. Okay, I still did a lot of other ropes to Twitch. No, there's nothing in there. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. So I'm gonna start this and play it, and it's not impossible that after start. So basically, I was live early on Twitch today for around an hour. Okay, so I wanna have that not only be on Twitch but also on my Rumble channel on YouTube. So I'm gonna start playing it and turn off my camera and microphone. It's not impossible. I come back to the computer, pause it, and do some commentary on it. We'll let it play once and then jump back and then come. We'll see what we do, but I want to play it here. So, here we go. Studio.rumble. And turn off my. And I'm live. My name is Maxa, and I'm a target individual, which means I'm targeted with a secret form called gang stalking. I'm a gang stalked target individual, so I'm the target with secret persecution form called gang stalking of target individuals. And what is gang stalking? It's a war. I've been targeted with psychological warfare, chemical warfare. I've been attacked with weapons. I've been shot and led with a dart gun, sprayed with chemicals, food poison. I get targeted with psychological warfare on the regular. And a big part of psychological warfare is so-called narcissistic abuse, narcissistic abuse. And other target individuals, they will be blessed on my channel so they can learn some secrets to success and deal with this gang stalking problem. Some of the things I've been teaching is free survival coaching to other target individuals, helping to survive and even to thrive, as I've been doing despite the target. So the most important thing is you need to have a covert entry denial system when you leave your home. If you leave your home and you don't have a security system running inside your home. The program will sneak inside your home and poison your food or dry your food in your fridge. They'll do bad things in there. That's called covert entry when the gang stalking program gains access to your home. Lockpick or spare key, and or spare key, however they do it. That's one of the things the program do to TIs. Covert entry, get inside your home when you're away and poison your food or do other bad things. So you want to have a security system to make it hard for people to sneak inside your home in no way. And I've been teaching towards how to set that up, and simply it's like have a live stream going and a video recording. So how I do it, I start a live stream on my laptop, and then I have a timestamp camera app. I have a phone, a smartphone, where I downloaded the timestamp camera app from the Google Play Store, and I plug the phone into the wall outlet with a charger, aim it at the front door from the inside, and I record a video. It's a redundant system. A video. Can you hear this? So that's the video recorder. And it's filming the inside of my front door. And over here, I have my laptop filming this way, live streaming that way actually. Yes, I'm a target of gang stalking. I'm a target in video. Target gang stalking. Gang stalking is real. And the reason I overdress when I go outside, my clothes act as armor. I told you it's a war. I've been attacked with weapons. It's more accurate to describe the gang stalking persecution I've been getting as a war than bullying or something else. I've been sprayed with chemicals with spy gadgets and other published before. I've been shown with the white leg with a dark gun. Still have a numb spot more than 3 years after it happened. I have to wear clothes that act as armor against some of the ways I've been attacked before. Dark guns, chem sprays, and so that. Gang stalking is real. Most online social videos and the crazy talk usually takes away most of the time. Now when I go outside, there's gotta be people, some of them go outside, they're sent out because the participants in the program, they got sent out because I'm outside.
Also secure så. Hej. Har du kaffe man kan sätta med? Ja. Ta en vanlig vattenkaffe. Ja. 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 Nej. Ja, ha det bra. Hej. This to my knowledge is the store that opens the earliest in the day. I think they open at 6 or something. The coffee shop, they save money on customers like me who go and buy a cup of coffee to go, and it's just plain black coffee. When you buy it and you go to that table where they have the coffee pot, they have brown sugar, white sugar, milk. I think they have lactose-free milk even, possibly. So I just bought a cup of coffee, poured only coffee in there and nothing else. It's kind of like buffet restaurants. Restaurants have a buffet. They make a lot of money on customers to go ahead to buffet and eat just a little bit, like one plate or something. And then there's people that go there and eat a lot. But people eating an average amount and the really low amount is where they make most of the money. It was 33 crowns, which I'm not complaining about, because it's if you think about what you're getting, it's cold outside, it's winter. Buying a cup of coffee, I had it to go, but I could also sit in there for 15-30 minutes in their establishment. So I buy a cup of coffee, you can walk up the stairs where I bought the coffee and sit down. So you can buy a cup of coffee and sit down inside of the pastry shop. You could call it pastry shop, bakery, pastry shop, for 15 minutes, 30. But if you wanted to, you could have milk, sugar, brown sugar, white sugar. The reason I went outside today is to buy coffee. That's the main reason. Not a cup, but instant coffee powder. I've been out of instant coffee powder for, 2+ days now. And I ordered from a Swedish company called Delitia. I ordered coffee, instant coffee, and they have home delivery. I ordered Nescafe Acero instant espresso powder. Espresso instant. And some other things. And I went to check. I got my top formula supplement order delivered today, and I didn't get the Delitia one. I bought the coffee, and I saw that's strange. I went to check my email at the order confirmation. It said there's been a problem with your package. Felsorterat, missorted, okay, wrongly sorted. So basically they said there had been a problem with my package, which is a red flag if it's on video. Anything like delays or anything strange going on with your shipments if you're on video ordering online, is a red flag, because part of the target is the program want to poison you. I've had packages tampered with before. I bought vitamin C, which people have paid any amount of attention to my social media will hear me talk about vitamin C. I'm big on vitamin C and other supplements. I make my vitamin C water, and I don't buy effervescent to get my vitamin C. I buy pure vitamin C powder and then mix it into water, make more vitamin C water. And I ordered from a company called Bulk Powders, and I didn't have any complaints with them. Like, they had cheap supplements, good prices, a lot of things in stock. But I had a package intercepted, so it's not, you shouldn't assume that it's somebody working at the company. For example, I had a package intercepted and tampered from Amazon, and I don't assume that it's somebody working at Amazon, like the Amazon warehouse that packs people's boxes. You shouldn't assume that it was them. There's so many. It could be the delivery driver that drives the package from the warehouse to me. It could be it spends the night in some warehouse somewhere, and some janitor has a key and goes and cleans it, and he could be an agent of the program. See? So anyway, I had a package intercepted, and when I got it downtown here in Oxelösund, went to get my bulk powders supplement shipment, and I bought at least one big bag of vitamin C powder, and I opened the bag, and it was powder, vitamin C powder, the whole bottom of the cardboard box, and there was a hole, a breach in the bag. And those bags, it's not plausibly deniable. It's not like, well, I could see how it could have broken on its own, because it's one of these plastics are super thick. If you buy creatine or protein powders, a lot of times they either come in a can, like hard plastic, or in a plastic that's like super tough, like thick, and it's not gonna break open by bumping into a supplement bottle or something. So I ordered vitamin C, which is a big part of what I've been relying on to protect my health, like proper supplementation, being a tall individual, taking vitamin C and other supplements. And I got it intercepted. It came, and I opened the box, was powder at the bottom of the box, and the bag was broken. So I do believe that package was intercepted by the gang stalking program. And there's so many ways they could do it. It's like, could it be that there was a guy at bulk powders establishment that packs my goods that was the agent that got told to, when you pack this guy's stuff, poke a hole in the bag? Not impossible, but it could also be somebody comes and picks up the boxes, that delivery driver that carries the box. It could be it spends the night in some warehouse somewhere. It's like it gets picked up by a delivery company, driven to a warehouse like overnight, and then in the morning there's another delivery company that picks up the packages and ships it like to the customer. And it could be that person or someone with access to warehouse, like a janitor or a person cleaning it or whatever. So one of the things that helps is to order from Amazon. I can recommend turning the videos as is. If things change, I'll update you. But ordering from Amazon has worked better than ordering from other places. Why is it better? Because with Amazon Prime you have pretty short delivery times, and there's less middlemen. See, so since any human being is a potential recruit to target you for the program, the less people handling your package. So if I order from some supplement store in Germany or something like this, or Britain or something, there's going to be a lot of time, but there's going to be a lot of people. It's going to change hands, the package. It's going to go from this person to that person to this delivery company to this warehouse here, there. So there's like more chains that could go wrong. There's like more opportunities to intercept the packages along the way. So I like to order from Amazon with Amazon Prime. And like I said, one time I did have a package intercepted, messed with, tampered with. I ordered from Amazon. I buy rolling tobacco from Amazon. No, I don't buy rolling tobacco from Amazon. I buy rolling papers, and I handle my own tobacco cigarettes. I buy rolling tobacco. I save a lot of money that way. Like if you buy commercial cigarettes, it costs a lot more than rolling your own. So I buy the rolling papers on Amazon and filters too. And I got a box. I got a box. I got a box of rolling papers from Amazon. And when it arrived outside my door, it had obviously been tampered with. Obviously, it had been broken, and it was taped. It's one of these packages, like an envelope package. It's like A5, or the size would be. So one of these packages that they ship from Amazon. They're different sizes. It's like the thin one that's about the size of an A4 paper, a little bit bigger. And when I opened my door to get it from outside my door, it had brown tape taped across it. So, and it had obvious signs of having been opened, like cut open and then taped shut again. And when I opened the Ziploc bag with rolling tape papers in it, it was stink of perfume, which I'm allergic to. So things like this. Yeah, so if you're a tourist or for some reason end up in this city, they have this Birgers konditori. And how do you translate that? Pastry shop. I guess you could say pastry shop. Cafe, pastry shop. And they have their own in-house bakery. And they make their own pastries and stuff. And they sell coffee. And you can have things to go, or you can sit down in there. I'm gonna go check. Yeah, so anyway, the main purpose I went outside today was to buy coffee. Instant coffee. Tjena! Joe Rogan recently had a guest on talk about the pyramids in Egypt. A trip to Cairo, Egypt. Cassandra, one which I will grant it. Joe Rogan recently had a guest on his podcast talk about the pyramids, and they have been doing ground penetrating radar research, and they had seen something that they thought were suspicious or interesting. So they have all kinds of stuff, UFOs. There's another deep state Illuminati agenda. They want the masses believing in UFOs, dinosaurs. I used to be really into dinosaurs. I had a period as a kid, like a child, where I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I had like a book with dinosaurs in it. Now, I don't believe that any dinosaur that mainstream academia, science thought is so called. You shouldn't look as a Christian or anybody to the mainstream science as that's the end all be all of the trustable. They teach evolution, which is BS. Darwin's theory of evolution, the Big Bang, so on and so forth. And personally, if I look at if I buy one of these books, like all the dinosaurs, okay, in the Jurassic period, quote unquote. First of all, I'm a young Earth believer, so I don't believe that the Earth is more than 100,000 years old. And if you look at archaeology, they dug up some bones 96 million years old, something like this. Carbon dated this, it was 14 million years old. I don't believe that the Earth is older than even 100,000 years old. So, sub 100,000 years old, less than 10,000, more precisely. And there's been creatures that have died out, but I don't believe that anything that mainstream science will show you. They had this, the T-Rex and the Megalodon and this and that they're all gonna have existed. Yeah, so this is the IRL streams of IRL streams. I stream to the IRL streaming category. It's pre-selected. And also I have some settings that I might have to look into because I do like shirtless exercises sometimes in training and things like this. And some platforms can be sensitive even to male nudity above the waist. I mean, like if you take your shirt off and flex and your exercise doing bicep curls. That makes a point. So I remember when I set up the categories for my streams from my phone on the Twitch app that I clicked pretty much any kind of disclaimer button. This live stream may contain adult themes, cussing, or whatever that you could click. There's like a disclaimer button. It's like 18 plus, may contain. Okay, I clicked everything, and I might have to roll it back a little bit. I've seen every time I go live now, due to my settings, it says may contain sexual themes or something like this. Okay. Coffee, they have coffee here. Eldorado. This is an El Cheapo brand, Eldorado. $200. Some other brand. Just regular coffee. Yeah. I notice how there's no labels telling you how much they cost. Hej David. Det här hade de hade ingen märkning där på. Det står inte vad det kostar. $65, okay. Då vet jag inte. $65. $5. Seems to be a dinosaur scene right now. Har ni fått in dem nytt kanske? Nyss?
Ja, vi fick med det. Därför att vi har ingen.
Ja.
Kanske det fanns här.
Ja. Okay. Another thing. So this is a corner store. And they have all kinds of stuff. If the shop you run out of a need, chances are they have it here. This is what I wanted to buy. Salt. This is the type of salt I use to make the mouthwash. I don't use the commercial mouthwash. It's $1 each. Like 2 of those. Alright. They have dishwashing tablets that are less toxic than the regular stuff. Oparfumerat, without color agents, without dyes. Fragrance free, såklart. Maskindisktabletter är ännu bättre än this. So, sometimes they have healthy options. I've been talking about this for a long time. How the average person in their life is designed to make them weakness from the softener most people use. Softener is not good for your health. I recommend people not to use softener to wash their clothes. Like everything is perfumed and fragrance, and the fragrance perfume chemicals can be harmful for you. So sometimes they have better options. Like that one. Har du General Mini? Vad säger? Ja, en sån.
Det är bra så.
Ja.
131.
Yeah, the person that stood in front of me was smelling like perfume. That was Jesus fault. Might be a gangster. Yeah.
131.
Yeah.
Tjena, välkommen. Kan du lyfta de där båtarna?
Sådär.
Jajamensan, varför inte? Det var ingen... Ja. Jag vill in massa med Ville.
Yeah, so one of the ways this program works is by attacking with perfume on purpose. Some of the flying monkeys, because I'm allergic to perfume, they get pulled by the hand to spray themselves down with perfume and then get close to me. Like if I'm getting ready to finish up, for example, here, I can send somebody in as a gang stalker to go buy something like before. They smell like perfume. Okej, ha det bra. Hej då.
Jag trodde det var min son som var bort.
Nej. Det hade jag vetat. Ha det bra du. It was a middle-aged man, and he kind of felt out of quarter of his sight. I thought it was my son. I go, no, I wouldn't know. If he was my dad, I wouldn't know. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I'm a target of gang stalking, and gang stalking is not just harassment. Gang stalking is not just psychological warfare. It's not just bullying tactics. Now that's part of it. It's a covert bullying by flying monkeys. But it's more accurate to describe gang stalking as a war. At least the type of gang stalking I've been experiencing. So I've been, the program has been attacking with chemicals, physical and right-of-ways chemicals. After they learned that I have, after being taught it for many years, I get a health problem, become allergic to perfume, and then the program starts using perfume to attack me, to mess with me. Which is chemical warfare. I've been shot in the leg with a dart gun. In that corner store I just came from, actually, I've been shot in the leg with a dart gun. I got shot in my right leg with a dart gun in that store. So yeah, I've been sprayed with chemicals, I've been shot in the leg with a dart gun, I've been taught in this way, that way. So gang stalking is not just harassment, it's a persecution program. And they wage a war on it, targeted with psychological warfare, physical warfare, chemical warfare, all kinds of warfare. So, dart gun. I got shot in the leg with something in the corner store by one of the first walking past me, shot me in the leg. I still have permanent damage to my leg. Like a numb spot. Stalkers real most online TS som kommer now. Fake targets love to hide R&M machines, B2K, and other crazy sounding topics. Most online target videos also got counterintelligence agents. Their job is to discredit the topic with crazy talk. So if you listen to me, I've been live here. This is the first time somebody hears about gang stalking. So they will hear a person claiming to be taught with a secret program that targets them with harassment, psychological warfare, poisoning. They've been poisoned, attacked with a covert kind of run-of-the-mill technology. They had a dart gun in the 70s, the CIA. And it's like nothing is impossible. So, from the program's perspective, from the Illuminati's perspective, the deep state, it's It's like, well, doesn't sound not enough. You're speaking the truth, and it doesn't sound crazy enough. So they want people to not wake up to this. They will have people fake TIs talk about being attacked with D2K machines or do you understand there's a risk that I will believe if I stream and talk about gang stalking, just being a totally IRL streamer who's speaking the truth about the target. And there's like a risk that some people wake up to it. So they have a lot of fake TIs that have a job to crazy talk about the gang stalking and go, yeah, I'm a total dude. I got a brain chip implant and they're reading my mind and they're looking through my eyes with the technology and R&M, V2K, they're being voices into my head, things like this. Basics of TI personal protection equipment is multiple core layers, which means I got shot in the leg with a dart gun in the same corner so I just was in. And I was standing paying for my items at the checkout line. And one of these perps, so-called gang stalkers, walked past me, held something in the hand, I could feel something in my right leg, and gave me a strong reaction. I still have a numb spot on my right leg from that. So this multiple quality layers is the basics. When I got hit with that, I didn't wear several layers of clothing. So it got through, the dart got through my clothes into my leg. But I wore 1 or 2 layers, not quality ones. So this, in of itself, this is denim fabric, which is a strong fabric and a little bit harder to get through with a dart gun than other fabrics. And then I have this on top. Now even this was a little bit underdressed. Okay, it'd be better if I had bare minimum 3 layers, or to have something else under this one. But like, this is sick. This is denim, which means if there be a dart gun, there's a chance that it could get stopped, depending on the range. Gang stalking is real. I do believe that woman that came into the store smelled like perfume when her Bluetooth earpiece was a gang stalker, and her hand had told her to spray perfume on herself on the closet before. And then the time that I've been waiting outside, and then they told to go inside right now and go buy something. They don't definitely do that. They've been doing that for a long time. There's Christian ministries and pastors that have been involved in gang stalking. Andy Woods of the Bible Church. They're Christian gang stalkers. And if they don't like me, call a spade and working to expose them, just keep Andy Woods is a gang stalking pastor, deep state sellout, and Thomas DeGaulle, the other dude Bible Church. Well, if you're doing evil things and people don't like you doing these evil things to them, and they have a social media account, well, who's the problem? You like bullying people, somebody's like a bully, being bullied by you, coward. It's going like, yeah, this guy's a coward bully. It's like you start bullying someone and you don't like, oh, I don't like this guy, call me what I am. Okay. Yeah, so gang stalking is really also like this or not.
And there's several Christian ministries that have tagit mig för gängsaker på. En gängsak is one of the things that I wanted to know about. Stand up procedures. Take off the top layer of clothing at the very least. Put in the washing machine or somewhere else. Please someone do it very good. So if you're told to be aware that they can have people more passionate at that very and you should be interested in protecting yourself. Some things you can do is wear clothes that are better at covering up your body and protecting yourself from dart guns and chem sprays. So this TIPP basics, multiple color layers, and covering as much surface skin area as possible. Teaching you TIPP, you want multiple color layers from outside, and you want to cover as much surface skin area as possible. Which means if I was outside and had color layers all the way here, but this was open, a dart can very easily get into my body because, yeah, this is all covered up. There's like a gap in the arm here. So multiple color layers and covering as many, it's like square centimeters or square inches. Not as little uncovered skin as possible. And then this internal skin, which is about as important. Taking supplements, taking care of your health, what you eat, what you don't eat, make your body resilient and strong, so you're not as vulnerable to toxic chemicals. Or that if you're talking straight to the front of your poison, you're not as vulnerable to toxic chemicals. You will be supplements and take care of your health. If you eat a high sugar diet, that's important. That's all that's poison. Sugar is poison. If you already poison stuff every day, and then you get poisoned by the program, it's going to hurt you more than somebody who's not poisoning stuff. So if you want to go through the diet, I recommend you to get into fasting eventually. First thing first, get on a supplement protocol. Start supplementing with vitamin C, ALA, NAS, ashwagandha, and theanine. Vitamin C is one of the most important ones. It's not the most important. Start supplementing. So don't believe the lies. Andy Woods is one of these deep state puppet pastors, sellouts. And in the recent video said, I'm a constitutionalist, Republican, whatever. No, you're an un-American scumbag. You can't have both ways. Yeah, it's like somebody calls himself, I'm an American constitutionalist. So why have I seen you target me for this gang stalking program from America, which is anti-American? And it's like the extreme example of the opposite of American culture and constitutionalism, like the right to due process, not state actors targeting someone, take their freedoms without due process into this. So this gang stalking program that you have taken orders for and worked for, targeting me, it's something that attacks you with psychological warfare, physical warfare, all kinds of things, without due process. And here's the thing too, targeted videos are not targeted for being bad, okay? Like gang stalking is not something that's done to evil, bad people to protect society. It's like I see all the times, it's like I'm constantly reminded of this fact. When I look at Swedish news, if I open up Facebook or something, like Expressen or something, some Swedish news company breaks a story. It's like this guy got caught being a pedo baker, like a vegan baker. He was baking bread with peas, baking peas into the dough, okay? Like yesterday, actually, I think it was. It's like somebody got caught for 30 counts or something, 30 plus counts of rape against children, okay? And he'd been doing this for years. It's like contacting people on social media platforms, I think Snapchat or something, and getting like children to perform bad things. Like, do you understand one of these things? There was a man who was 30 plus in Sweden, and he had been contacting like teenagers, children on social media, and then pretending to be a boy, okay, like an 8-year-old, something. Be like, hey, do this for me, send a video doing this and that. He got busted after like a long time doing that, and he got sentenced to 8 years in prison, which effective time might be 6 or something, 6 years, for like 30 plus counts of rape against children, okay, because that's technically what it counts as. And once again, it's like, oh, here's another guy who was in a target video. See, but it's like the program is like, yeah, this is something you do to people, gang stalking. They are bad and dangerous and criminals and evil and bad people. But it's like all the time I see the news story, some guy had been doing something evil for a long time, gets caught. Like, oh, here's another guy doing the worst of the worst, more like who actually is dangerous to children in society. Another one caught after years of doing that. Okay, and he wasn't a target video. Then here's the thing too, I've been targeted for more than a decade with gang stalking. So 10 years of gang stalking is worse than 10 years in prison, which what you get in Sweden if you murder somebody, get convicted of it. A lot of times, I just told you, 30 plus accounts of child rape, the guy got 8 years, okay? Okay. So in Sweden, a lot of times if you murder somebody, they end up getting between maybe 10, 15, 25 years. But it's a lot of people that murder someone and they get like around 10 years or 12 or something like this. So 10 years of gang stalking is worse than 10 years of being in prison. Why? Because if you're in prison, they don't have the state trying to poison you and spray you with chemicals, waging chemical warfare. It's like the punishment is boring. It's like you're locked into a basic hotel room, and it's boring and it's restrictions of your freedom. Okay? And it's not like they have to worry about if the food is being poisoned. Where it's like, yeah, the prison guards are putting arsenic in the food or something like this. Or trying to make them have accidents or something like this. So 10 years of the gang stalk I've been getting is worse than 10 years of like run-of-the-mill standard garden variety prisoner experience in Sweden. It's like 10 years of this gang stalking, 10 plus years, is worse than 10 years of prison time, which what you might get if you murder somebody in Sweden and get proven guilty of that. So it's like it's so easy to disprove this and show that it's tyrannical and evil and wrong, okay? Because I never got proven guilty of anything. I have been convicted of rape, murder, anything serious. The worst thing I have in my criminal record is carrying a knife concealed in public, okay, brott mot knivlagen, a crime against the knife law, many years ago, and petty theft, okay, was like 12 plus years ago. I think more than 50 years ago. I got petty theft, okay, so more than 10 years ago. So I haven't been convicted of anything, proven guilty, and then given the punishment of gang stalking. So Dula Bible Church, Andy Woods, and other pastors that have targeted me for this gang stalking program, those targets me real life physically and psychologically. They're part of a stalking cult. They're part of a stalking murder cult. Robert Baker, Eddie Woods, Raphael Arnold, Dula Bible Church, they're Christian gang stalkers, and they're part of a murder cult, a death cult, working to destroy a person's life, and targets die from the target all the time. So they're working to help that program that's working to destroy a person's life and keep targeting until they die. See? So, and it's like that is like participation that shows that un-American. Because what is the American spirit? That you believe in due process. That if the government, the state is going to do something and claim that it's punishment, yeah, it's a bad person that's been bad, that's why we're doing this to them. And look at what they're doing is attacking the person physically, okay, work to restrict their freedoms, poisoning them, harassing them daily, okay, which is like actually worse than any punishments. Like what this program does, there's no crime you can commit. Like if you kill 10 people in Sweden, murder, there's nothing you can do. Like if you murder 12 people in Sweden, as a hypothetical, and get caught, there's nothing that can give you the government the right to attack you physically. Spöstraff. There's no crimes. There's nothing in the law book in Sweden that gives the government the right to attack you physically, like whip you or poison you, or like, oh, the person is allergic to perfume, that's purposely subjected to perfume to hurt them physically, or let's shoot them in the leg with a dart gun or something like this. The only time that the government can use like attack your body is in self-defense. I mean, if you're one of these people that's like high on drugs and charged police officers with a machete and they shoot you, come here. Now that's self-defense, okay? It's not like, well, this guy was drunk yesterday, let's go kick his ass or something like this. So here's the point. Gang stalking is real, and I'm gonna keep working to expose that. And if I go missing, you stop hearing from me, they murder me, understand? Is that if I go to prison or a psych ward and die there, that means they unalive me. I don't care what they tell you. If they tell you I did it to myself, I had an accident, some inmate shanked me when I or something like this, that would have been them getting an inmate to shank me. Okay, like a hitman. Put somebody up to target me. It's like if I went to prison or psych ward, they're gonna have plants in there that I get the program is gonna recruit people to target me in prison with food poisoning or other things. So, yeah, I'm a target individual, gang stalk target individual. Gang stalk is real, most all ideas are not, and I'm gonna keep standing up for my freedoms and resisting this satanic persecution. And satanic, when I say satanic for future, if I say this is some satanic wickedness for this, satanic doesn't mean that I'm saying it's spirits or something like this. satanic basically mean like super evil. Okay, it's like if I see a news story where it's like father murders his children or something like this, I'd be like, that sounds satanic stuff. Okay, it's like that's sinful to the nth degree, to a point where it's like this is more obviously something that Satan would like people to do. Okay, the thief come not but for to kill, to steal, to destroy. Speaking of that, by the way, a lot of people think that they're Christians. You're saved by faith alone. So if you said a prayer to get saved, you're not saved. You're saved by faith alone. So I'm a king. There's only faith alone. All says Christian, which means I teach you're saved from hell, the lake of fire, by only believing something, believing about the gospel. And once saved, always saved, which means salvation is a moment in time, not a process. I gotta finish now. And I'm back. So I'm going to exercise tonight and also have some chores to tend to. So I'm going to try something today. I'm going to try leaving from my laptop at some point in time and then rejoin on my phone. I've been doing that before. It's kind of neat how you can start a live stream if you use third-party software like Rumble Studio or StreamYard or possibly even what's called Restream. I had used that for a while, where you can start a live stream on a laptop like this, and then I can leave the studio and jump back in on my phone, which means this is kind of static. This my desk is plugged into the wall outlet with a cord, and it's not like easy to walk around doing content with the laptop like this. I mean, it could be done, but it's a higher risk to drop it, for example, and have it break and yada yada. So for mobile streaming, meaning walk around in my home doing unboxing, go to the bathroom, there's better lighting if I want to do an unboxing, which I might end up doing this stream. It's easier to do it on my phone. Film like that. I just tucked my wife in, we wonderful, over in Thailand. And verify microphone on. Okay. So we're gonna try that pretty soon. We'll start by I'm gonna do some exercise. We'll do some more close exercising light, just a little bit. Gotta get my gloves. In the washing machine. And why not load it up again? for a secondary stream.
Now I'll go to the training. The steel cap firing system. Steel cap firing. And I can train so go light with these rubber crocs for the cap kicks, cold kicks. But the best thing is to train with the actual shoes. So for fighting with weapons, it's best to train with something as close to the wheel as possible, which means if you're carrying a knife for self-defense, you're training knife fighting martial arts. You want to train with a training knife as close in dimension, weight, everything else as the original thing. Now don't try anything similar to this at home, with some disclaimers. Apply by local laws regarding self-defense and use of weapons at all times. It's almost like this guy's lying, also not still cut shoes. I think it is proven what I said. I started going live in training. I started training the skill of going live in training. And I keep reminding myself, go live. Sometimes I catch myself without going too hard, like go live. So typical kicks, traditional orthodox kicks, kickboxing, Muay Thai, is impacting with the shin bone. Stiff capture fighting, you can still throw the kicks impacting with the shin. But you can also impact with the steel cap. I like to use the tire for that too. I had a challenge now. People leaving disrespectful comments. I'm not totally being gangster, so there's people that hate the rest of the line. A lot of the hated comments I get, trolling and hated comments are cyberstalkers work for the gang stalking program. So I have the chat open right now on YouTube. And if you leave disrespectful comments, you're gonna get blocked. And if you're not a hater, you're not a gang stalker, a cyber stalker, hate the gang stalker, so watch at least. Don't forget to hit the like button. Go like. Sometimes I go back to check, since the dummy is moving, that I'm still in view. Yeah, if the first person gonna get locked. I love when people come in pretending, like lying. It's like saying I'm doing something wrong, and they never have it of themselves on kicks or punches or anything. A lot of these people are gang stalking trolls. The job is to come in and harass me in the chat. Somebody says from kick said weak. I don't know if you watched when I said I'm going light, which means what? Purposefully throwing light kicks and not hard. And somebody actually knows fighting wouldn't be critiquing what I'm doing. Where I go, I'm gonna train light today, which means I'm throwing light kicks. And even this level that I was throwing at could hurt somebody really bad. these cap shoes to the groin, the knees, the shin bones, the rib cage, liver. What I've been throwing that speed is hard enough, and that's going light. And somebody actually knows what they talk about when they say they're weak. This is going light, and this is hard enough to hurt someone. I will do an uppercut tip here. I like to mirror my drills because I do a lot of repetitions and you're building muscle. It's like body weight exercising. If you do like push-ups, if I do this is body weight exercising like calisthenics. It's leg raises, see? Explosive leg raises. And if I do 15 reps of that with the left leg, and then don't do any on the right leg and I keep training like that, you create an unbalanced body. I like to mirror my drills, or if I do something, even if just a few times, sometimes I like to mirror the drill. So if I start going 1, 2, 3, I like to do a mirror. Here's the switch, stance switch drill I like to do. 1, 2, 3, double jab, bang, bang. Double right, and then I switch. Here's my stance switch. I'll show it to you, so I'll explain it. Right, stop punching here. 1, 1, 2, and then mid punch. I'm switching my stance, and I've assumed this new stance, southpaw, and I immediately commence jabbing with my right hand from the southpaw stance, and then counter punch with the left. A little bit lighter, here's the stance switch drill. Do it a few times, 1, 1, 2, without the switch. And that's the switch, where I go. Now I practice close to the distance and delivering some elbow strikes. That's the next drill. And then forward a little bit, do some more kicks. Well, let's start in a normal flow. We start from here, so kicks. Go back to the front stretch, it's still in view. Yes. And we'll do some approaches. So this is our kicking range from here. See, and that's a good lead in. Kick to the groin, solar plexus when you hit it. Right, we go like that. We'll have the left leg as a check from here. Raise my guard check, roll into it, and then launch the right leg. So from here. See? So it's not good to be too rigid in your training. So if people watch my past training streams, I don't always train the same way. Meaning some people got a punch the guy in the garage, and all they do for training is get it from the bag and practice hitting the bag from the same distance repeatedly, which is better than nothing. But ultimately you can build a trainer, but sometimes you practice with doing combos from this pose, bang, 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 whatever you do. And then sometimes you practice circling, and you can keep the same distance, only circle. And then other times, practice closing the distance, and then attacking. This uppercut toe kick is better launched, so that's kind of worst case scenario landing it like that. Because it's landed like this. And it's easier to land it in a position where your opponent is kind of leaning forward, the head is a little bit forward. And even if the chin is tucked, if you look at this kick, I call it uppercut kick. This kick, here, sneak under the chin. If the head is tucked, it's here and I practice sneaking under the chin. One like this. If the chin is tucked, that angles the head forward more or less, which means the kick can land to the front of the face instead. Which would be kind of like this. Here. Sideways push kick. To the back of the mat. This little mat really helps a lot from having this drum solo sound effect where I play without this and I hit it. It goes like this and then slams down. So having this little rug on it helps too. Keep it from sliding as much, give it some friction, and also if it goes up and down, it's cushioning a little bit. I'm going to do some punch elbow slide combinations. One, two, three. And I throw the hook like this. There's different ways to throw the hook. You throw it like this or like this. And notice I'm defensively cautious here where I throw the punch here and my shoulder and arm is kind of my jaw from the left side, see? As I throw the punch. As I'm retracting, the hand goes here. And I go here. So it's like this. That's what we jab. 2. And now I'll cover the right side with this. On the left side here. 3. And for the power hooks, power shots, I like to throw them unorthodox, drop them down. So bang, bang, drop down, and that throw makes it more powerful. And sometimes I throw it more like a OCD boxing prototype, where it's like never drop your hand before throwing a punch. So I can go like this and keep my arms upstairs here. See, and I'm keeping the arms out. Or if I want to throw it more powerful, I can drop down. I go bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Do the stand still a few times. And then what I'm doing is going from southpaw orthodox to mirror. I'm gonna go from orthodox to southpaw. So a normal boxer with the right hand being dominant, not a southpaw, will jab with the left, and the power punches will be with the right 9 or 10 times. Whereas a southpaw has this stance with the right leg leading, jab with the right, line and fast attacks with the right, and then power punch with the left. So this drill I like to do, stance switch drill, is bang bang, left 2 touches. As I'm throwing the third punch, I switch my stance, knee, punch. So as I throw it, and you can do it that way too. We go bang bang, and then switch the stance. I like to throw it, bang bang, left jab, switch as I throw the punch. My stance is switched. I have to have the left foot here if I want to. I have it here. Jab, jab. Immediately start jabbing with the right hand, a lot of times for close range. And then power punching with the left. Now, let's check the camera again. The punches from my elbow strikes. And I'm throwing elbow strikes off the hand that I'm punching with. So jab, left elbow strike off the jab. Switching the angle, so this is the elbow strike angle. And then the second one I did was up here to the overwalk. On those now. I will practice close to the distance and landing an elbow strike. No punches first. A more natural way to attack is to throw punches first, which is a long range weapon. Kicks and then punches, and then elbow strikes. Kicks first, so a kick, close to distance, punches when it comes within punching range, and then if you're getting closer, you throw elbow strikes, which is short range weapon. Now you can make it be a long range weapon. So here's a more natural way to attack it. From here, I decide to attack it. Here's the distance. So I can reach it from here. But from here, it can be 1, step down, 2, punch, elbow strike, for example. So from here, it makes sense to beat him with a kick a lot of times. That could be a deep push kick. It could be a sideways kick. And then from here, after landing it, it goes away, so I might have to chase him. Now if not, it can be a back fist here, followed by this. But if it's from here, leading with a kick. We do that a few times, and then we do close to the distance with elbow strikes, all the elbow strikes. But from here, let's do it first one time. No punches, no kicks, no knees, just close the distance and land an elbow strike from here. Now I'm going to do level change. So I'm limiting myself out to no other attacks, just close the distance. And then elbow strike. And as I'm moving into knocking him out with like her with elbow strike, notice I kept the guard high, because if you open one door, you close another. If I have a high guard here, this is good for fighting ball counts, central, so I'm still good at kicking. You want to protect your head from the head kicks. Now they can also kick you here. Now if I close like this on somebody, and I have the hands here, it's a little bit best of both worlds, where up kicks can be intercepted by these. And I'm covering my rib cage liver area with the arms. Now, this time I elected to maintain the high guard as I close to the distance until I'm in range to launch one of my elbow strikes, whatever elbow strike that would be. And if I close to the distance to deliver a devastating, bone-breaking, teeth-shattering, knockout potential elbow strike, I'm looking to land something hard enough where the elbow strike the last can knock him out, trying to knock out with one attack there. And I have powerful elbow strikes. So from here, that's a hard elbow strike, and that could break the overboard. And I hit the overboard. I'm not going to throw two punch shots here, but from here, keeping a high guard, I'm protected as I'm moving in from reactive elbow strikes, punches, hooks, kicks, as it is. And if I get kicked in the liver rib cage, there can be a delay. Whereas if I get something connects to my head, I can go out, get knocked out in a second. So if I'm close to distance like this, and they said I get kicked in the head, close to the distance. If you get kicked in the head knocked out, it's instant, okay? And I won't be able to deliver my elbow strike because I got knocked out from here. So being crouch kicked in the liver rib cage, broken ribs, kicked in the liver, this less likely to knock me out quickly. So I'm closing the distance, maintaining a high guard now, and somebody that's good at fighting, a Muay Thai fighter, is likely at that approach to use a teeth to try to catch me coming in, or a kick. So here's another way to approach. From here, where I'm changing my angle to make it harder to connect with the teeth as I close to the distance. I keep playing. Someone wrote a comment. Jesus is king. He died for our sins, and he loves y'all. Yeah, the Bible teaches, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. He that believes on him is not condemned, he believes not is condemned already, because he is not believed in the only begotten Son of God. And here is the condemnation: the light is coming to the world, men love darkness rather than light, because the deeds were evil. And Jesus is King of all. The Lord Jesus Christ is the King of kings and the Lord of lords. The head of all principality and power. Gotta go lighter. This is the capture kit. And this can really hurt somebody being kicked in the shin bone, the knees, the groin. Chief targets of the capture kicks will be like this martial arts system, steel cap free fire, which I've been figuring out. Knees, groin, and shin bones. A bit to go. I might even get tired now to practice more kicks to the shin bones. Now, what you wrote in the chat is not enough to get everybody saved. When I teach people about Jesus, my life is actually do a good job at it. It's not just some generic terms. Jesus loves you, he's king. They can't get anybody saved in the comments. If I talk to people about eternity, heaven, hell, getting saved, I like to back it up with scripture, the word of God. For by grace I say, through faith, and then out of yourself. So saved from what? And whosoever shall be in the book of life was cast in the lake of fire. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall be made alive. So human beings are born having a problem. They're lost sinning sinner, born in line of Adam. So people are born sinners. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall be made alive. So lost people are spiritually dead, sinners, devoid of righteousness. That's a problem. What happens to people staying lost, sinning sinners, born in line of Adam, being a sinner, lacking righteousness? They will die one day. They soul that sinner shall die. For the wages of sin is death, the Bible teaches. For the wages of sin is death. So human beings are born lost, sinning sinners in line of Adam. If you stay the way, eventually you're going to die. And what happens to people that die lost? They suffer the second death, Revelation 20:15. And whosoever was not found in the book of life was cast in the lake of fire. In Revelation chapter 21, verse 8, but the fearful, unbelieving, abominable, whoremongers, adulterers, all liars shall have a part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Revelation 21:8. The lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So remember, for the wages of sin is death. If you're a lost person, never got saved, you were born a lost sinning sinner, subject to physical mortality, you will die one day physically. And if you die the way that you are, a lost sinning sinner, you suffer the second death, being cast in the lake of fire, which is the second death. The lake which burned with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. A lot of people come into my chat and write comments, and they're underperforming. It's like I'm a person that can teach things like this from the memory, from Bible verses in my mind, and just come in and hit some little cutesy thing that's not going to get anybody saved. Jesus loves y'all. Okay? Jesus loves y'all. He's king. And nobody can get saved from that. And most people that are lost Christians that believe you get saved by saying a prayer or repent of your sins, they would agree with that. So it's like, yeah, Christ is king. See, it's nothing that is like new to the lost or fake Christians that need to get saved. For by faith, I say, through faith, and that out of yourself. So it is the gift of God. In other words, the Shabbat, the Bible says. I talked to my wife today, and I talked about I did a good job today keeping together when I'm in public. Every time I go outside, there's people work to provoke me and harass me. I'm a persecuted Christian. Yeah, all the God in Christ Jesus suffer persecution. And I told her how I felt. I said, a few times, honey, when I've been outside, I felt like that guy standing right there, if I wanted to attack him like somebody who's still bullying me, he would be in trouble, he'd be in danger. Okay, like for example, let's say it's happening when I'm outside, but there's a government gang stalking persecutor who's standing and they're like bullying me. And it's like if I were close to this, I'm going to take them and then fall to the ground and pound and smash them in the face with elbow strikes on the ground. It's like close to distance, do a double leg takedown on them. They're on the ground, I immediately continue with ground and pound. If they got weapons on, they get the weapons and use them to keep fighting if they will be. Meaning, if they'll be doing things that will justify that response, okay, like if they will pull a weapon or something like this, and I have to defend myself. I'm not saying anything illegal, but I'm saying I'm a person that gets bullied when I go outside. Covertly bullied. There's people that show up where I am, they're supposed to make me feel attacked with aggression and covert abuse, and this happened several times when I know that it's like if I want to close the distance and hurt this person, I could. Like you said, bully. And I know this, like if I wanted to hurt this person, they'd be in trouble. And just because I can think about that, I said, oh, here's a person who's bullying me. if I wanted to hurt this person physically, I could. But just because I'm thinking about it, like, well, a person in this situation that had a will to harm people could succeed in it. So, anyway, like I said, I abide by local laws regarding self-defense and use of weapons at all times. I'm gonna show you, we do a mixed martial arts now. Now this guy has a single leg. So if I want to practice double leg takedowns, it's a little bit different. This guy has just one leg. Now still, one way to do a takedown is to drop my weight, get my arms behind your legs, the knees, and then collect you, understand? It's like you have a bouquet and you're tying it up and then pulling. So if all I get is one leg and drive forward and push full, I can succeed in getting a takedown. Now, if there's two legs, to explain it to you, somebody shoots on me, gets both the arms behind, see here, behind my legs, pulls and pushes forward, I'm being taken down, see? So even though this is like a thick trunk here, now I can still practice, see, getting the arms, and there will be two legs there, and then squeezing, and then pushing, then it becomes ground and pound after that. Now it's a little bit hard to get that kind of training on camera when we try doing it this class. So I'm not a one-trick pony. I have awareness as a training with grappling. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu moves. Just rear naked, do rear naked here. Get his back. If you get the person's back, go-to move is rear naked. And what I'm doing here is locking with my hand over my bicep here, and then squeezing. And this hand is behind his head, and I'm squeezing. Another way is to go more behind or grab my shoulder, So this is a rear naked choke. And if you apply it right, squeeze hard enough, the person will go unconscious in 10 minutes. I've had people, I myself trained self-taught martial arts. I prayed to God to be a fighter. After I got saved, like me in the Matrix, I've been learning Muay Thai techniques, excel at boxing, punching, power, speed. I've been able to learn all kinds of fighting styles. Kickboxing, Muay Thai techniques, boxing, stick fighting, knife, all kinds of stuff. That's below my strength, teach my things to fight competitive war. Now here's the point. I've had people hate this group of mine because like when they come in, when I'm training only striking, if you fought or wrestled, we wouldn't have a chance. I went to an MMA gym when I was a young man, tried out, and I submitted people. I got 2 submissions. Going to the gym, got invited by somebody, you can get a free trial training at this MMA gym. And I submitted at least one person, I think 2, for sure one. And it's like rolling with people in an MMA gym. And I got submitted too, but it took a long time. It was a guy who was very athletic and strong and very skilled at grappling, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, whatever his skill set was. And he was how I got submitted, and it took a long time. I was defending it well. It's like he had my back, and he was against the wall and had my back, and then I knew that he was going to go. I mean, do you understand? I started on the ground grappling, and he ends up being with his back to the wall and having my back, see? And a person who wasn't as good at defending as I was would have quickly got a choke out. But I knew, here's what it's going for, and I answered it forward. I knew that he was going to go for the rear naked. It was like a chief move. Once he got my back there, I answered the full skull, which means he had, starting out, had my back, see, and end up here with, okay. And it could be that he rolled me down by getting this and then rolling. But anyway, he had my back, and I knew I'm in danger of rear naked. So I tucked my chin and got my arm up here. And then it took several minutes for him to finally get the rear naked applied and then squeezing it. So I was doing a good job defending it, and he was working to get the rear naked and I get it in between and around, and I'm tucking my chin and doing all kinds of stuff, turning up. Now he got me, okay, so he submitted me. But I also got a submission. First time trying MMA gym, going to a MMA gym, trying out, and here's the thing: it's rolling, so nobody's feeling like we're trying to beat each other. Meaning they're not going 100% their best, and I wasn't either. But it's like rolling and like trying to get to submit and not get submitted, and basically you're trying your best without applying the explosive power of athleticism, which leads injuries in yourself and others. Okay. So how I submit a person was we had like three rolling a class. So it's like line up and then you could roll this person roll that person. And I started like this. And it's like off in my hand and he goes for it now. Okay. So he ends up shooting on me, the person in front of me. He ends up shooting on me. And I catch it in a front shot like this, which I think might be called a sequence shot. Okay. And he tapped. And another time, grappling, I got into a mount of one of the people, and he was on his back, and it's MMA, it's an MMA gym, and a lot of guys are most like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys. But I ended up another guy grappling with him, or it could be the same, I keep going, and ended up in a mount where I'm sitting on top of him, he's on his back, and then I start simulating punches like lightly. Okay, so Eddie Brody has a combat jiu-jitsu thing where they allow slaps or something like this, or punches. Now, obviously, I didn't start laying down punches because once we're training together, not trying to hurt each other. But I got the position where I had the mount, okay, like this. And my instinct is like, oh, from here, in an MMA UFC match, I can start doing ground and pound, like attack like this. And I was kind of doing this in the air, not kind of threading, like making think I'm about to throw punches, but kind of, I had this position, what can I do for this position, where I can punch, and he saw that I was doing that, and he holds up his hands like hands, and I gently tap his hands like this. So that's the first time I was able to pull off a frontal guillotine at a person. Maybe you know me, I did a really good job defending against a rear naked, and all of this is just natural ability, praying to God better at fighting, and watching UFC fights. I'm the type of person I've learned all kinds of stuff. Like kicks, I can pull out clicks and he's kicking really hard and stuff. And it's like self-trained, self-taught. I'm not the type of guy that kicks like I throw that I go like to a gym or search like boxing coach how to throw the jab. I've seen boxing matches. I've seen guys throw jabs before. I've seen guys throw kicks. I've seen one-time matches. I've seen people throw kicks, and it's just about getting into the flow and end up being pull off these moves that my subconscious mind has been exposed to before. And I've seen these techniques applied in UFC, more time matches, so on and so forth. And with some training, it's like from the archives in my subconscious mind of techniques, I'm able to pull them off once, and all it takes is doing it once, now I can start building it. It's like I've seen a technique, start moving around, trying to throw the same kick, end up throwing it, it's like, oh, okay, I threw it once, now you can start building it. And it's part of the arsenal, and you can start building it. So we do a sequence here. Now it's got kind of difficult to get in at the narrow angle, so I had to plot it out a little bit. Here, we're going to do a takedown, immediately flow into ground and pound. Here. And that's ground and pound here, knees. That's that position B. And if you're still cautious, obviously, there's other things you can do, depending on what sport you do. Now, if it's a takedown, I can do an arm bar if he's in this position, maybe knocked out, and it's going to come through, and I want to get him in a move I can control him. Get his arm, get my legs over here, and then fall down, and then push, pull. And that's an arm bar, which is another technique I can do. So, some grappling moves I know. Takedowns, rear naked, a front choke, arm bars, and I also know ways to destroy people's knees if I get a hold of your leg on the ground. For example, if you look at this foot here, so if this grappling, see with an armbar, if I can get, you think this is a foot. If this is a foot, see with an armbar, where I got in control of his foot, see? And one hand here, and maybe one hand here. All takes for a brief moment. It's similar to an armbar when I have the leg, so the leg is here. And obviously, if I can get a hold and then explosively pull like this, see, rotations. If I end up having your foot in my hand, simply like explosive jerks either way can destroy the ankle, the knee. So it's not rocket science. You get the person's knee, the leg, the foot, and it's extended. Maybe the person on the back will throw like bicycle kicks because they're a grappler, and I go for like the ground and pound some of this. And on the ground throw like bicycle kicks. And if I can get the foot and control it, and then turn it, or on the ground, get on the ground, and you have just one hand here for a moment, and control it, lock it somewhere, get a good hold, just like you can have compensate for a secure hold in grappling by being swift, see? Because if I have my hand here and the foot is here, and I rotate it either way, they can cause damage to the knees, okay? Now, this is not strong enough. It's very easy for him to free his leg. It's like I hold him with just one hand like this. Like he can kick it forward, he can get out of it. So sometimes it can be enough to get a hold quickly, and then as soon as you have the hold, you work with it, see? But it's like it's not a hold that you have to hold on to somebody because it's easy to come out of it. Now, if you want to maintain the hold, it becomes more important to get like a secure grip. So if you look at this, for example, now obviously, if you're on the ground, so his foot, his heel is here, that can keep him from sliding out of it, see? So here's a better grip where I have this hand on this side, this hand on this side, and then I can even push it towards my chest, see here. So you have it rested, because if it's like this and you're holding on to the top, you can slide down. And if it's here, against my body already, if he's pushing on the leg to kick me, it's not that hard because you need distance to generate force. So grabbing it, pulling it to me, rest against something, and just for a moment, and then like this. See, like this. And this is not rocket science. If you get a hold on the foot and torque it, you can blow the knee out. So grappling is not rocket science. There was a guy who was good at whoosing for followers and had a bad reputation because he'd be destroying guys' knees. He would get them in like leg locks, start breaking the legs, and he wouldn't listen when the judge said, "Okay, let go." Like the judge comes in, let go, and he still keep up to it, and I keep talking. So now I do it. See the other side. Do another kind of plan sequence. Here. Towards you. We start further out. Here. Do a takedown. And here. So here's a way to do a takedown without going for the legs. It's really hard to not get taken down if I can get my arms behind the legs. If you look at my legs here, and you think that the guy in front of me, this is his arm, see? A person moves towards me, get his hands locked behind my knees, and it's very easy for him to pull and push forward, and I fall backwards. Now, it's possible too, to do a takedown. So this would be his knee, see? So bang, bang, get my arms here locked, pull and push forward, see? You can also do things where you rotate more. Now, even from here, bang, bang, here, locking behind his shoulder and hip, and push forward can be enough to do a takedown. Just pushing forward here. If I can lock, bang, bang, get my arms behind him here. You can rotate, I can pull him into myself, but sometimes the natural way is bang, bang, then go to tight clinch, bang, drop here, and then lock, and then push forward. See? The weaker you are physically, the better your technique has to be. If you're very explosive and athletic and fast, you can compensate by lack of like skill in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Meaning, if you're strong and fast enough, and you throw punches, you just grab onto a limb, the more exposed you are, the more likely you are to just be able to explosively just throw the person, and just being thrown on the ground can hurt them, especially if it's in a street fight. This is not a padded room, if it's on asphalt or something. It hurts just to have somebody get on the ground a lot of times. So from here, bang, bang. Here, see, I'm walking behind his back here. And then from here, just push forward. It's not that hard. And I can go from the left, here, lock here, push forward, or on the right side, here. And there's different ways to skin a cat. Meaning the goal is to get here. Another thing can be if it's covering up, so once again speed. So if my goal is from here, get here, if I move slowly and he does this, it becomes wider and it might take a little more time to get the lock. Or if I go here and it's basically it's not about a bang, bang, here. Take down. Now he just hit the back of his head on the ground there. And what can I do now? I can flow into ground and pound. So from here, I can, as I'm coming down, throw a wild haymaker hook punch from the left side, or an elbow strike, which I like to do for ground and pound. But it's from here, and now I'm showing you what I've done before quickly. Break it down. We end up here, see here. And throwing punches in a street fight, and it's asphalt here. Like these punches, especially straight punches, if I miss and hit the ground, I really hurt myself. Even hooks too. So elbow strikes, I would rather elbow strike something hard like concrete than punch it. So here, if I can get this position here, elbow strike, you can do punches, side punches, elbow strikes. These elbow strikes depend on what the position is. If you're to this side of the body, this side of the body, if you leave, you throw here and miss and end up here, you can return from that direction with something else. Now, we're not doing more grappling here because it's too loud and what I was intending to do. I didn't forget that I put in the back lock, I was going to throw more kicks. Get the gloves on. Throw some more punches, and we'll do some more elbow strikes. A lot of the tools that sharpen my stand are fake gang stalking tools. I'm not talking video with gang stalking. A persecuted Christian, and these people don't put up to harass me and target me in real life and online. Nice evolution, right? We drilled the distance closing and then elbow strike. We might close distance with passes and without. And the elbow strike I'm using now is this. And this drill I'm doing now is practicing what to be good for. If you think of my Thai fight, and it's punching range, I throw a jab, retract. A person of what Thai, they might go for, at this distance, rather than jumping back, they might go for going for my neck, or for elbow strike for themselves. So here, this, if you're punching, that moves the head back, or the person might move back, and then I have to chase the down more than the elbow strike right after. But this could be punching somebody coming at you, and if you still come at you because the momentum, there's an elbow strike after that. Or it could be punching, retracting the person's moving at you, and then catch an elbow strike. And hitting it first with the punch puts it in motion, which makes it more of a drill to catch something moving in a more or less erratic manner. See, so from here, it's easy to hit a stand order from here. See, but if it's moving, timing and see, that's wrong timing. So here, see, that's right time. See? muscle group. And then when I impact with the heel. We're doing close range work now. Now what I'm gonna do, since I'm done with this, switch to logging into a test. Jump out here, and then try coming back with my phone. There you are. Horseshoe bites. Play. All the 125,000 men above 35 years old have a six-pack and an athletic plus physique. I have an athletic physique, ripped with a six-pack. And I like that. My wife likes it too. And this is dehydrated. So if I would get fully hydrated, it would look even more impressive in some ways. No. Why? This one shut up.
That means so fast you can't see what I'm doing. Here with good lighting. Because the blur speed. Så du gör favor sometimes after doing a technique or before I do it fast. Before after I do it slowly. The surprise hooks are not as hard as when I'm. It's like a lot of times I'm focused on being fast. Like this, for example. See here. And I'm more focusing on being fast than putting a lot of power with it. Now speed is power. See here, it's something hidden. Amazing hand speed. Look at his hand speed. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing chords. That's 4 punches for the fast. And I can feel like the explosions, which like even my shadow boxing, I'm getting so much explosive power. It's like the things being pulled and tearing at the ligaments. So this, that if I shadow box full gear, I can feel where it's like the explosive power that I've been raised, like pulling at things and ripping at things, and you can feel like muscle groups that like suddenly like pulled on really hard as they said this. So now once again, go lighter. the regular shoes. This is what it's using the calculator. And when I still there, it's a 3 wheel. 3 left knees, reposition, 3 right knees, rinse and repeat. Don't try this at home. This is a augmented training knife where I have a way to secure the sheet. And it more securely attached so it doesn't come off. Don't try anything you do at home. I referred to the disclaimer earlier that I should started. But this is a cold steel mini leather neck, double edge, which is my current favorite knife out of all the maybe 6 knives I have at home. 4 of which are broken, stuff like this. Out of all the knives I have at home, which might be like 4 functional ones, this is my favorite. I have another cold steel knife called CB Content though, and this is the cold steel mini leather neck, double edge, and I call it the cold steel mini dagger in short. A dog by another name is still a dog, which means if Cold Steel will make a spear and call it the Cold Steel XL toothpick or something like this, for a goof, I still call it the Cold Steel spear or something like this, my Cold Steel spear. So if I don't agree with the naming of a product, it's not that it's a rule that I have to refer to, but the manufacturer calls the mini leather neck double edge, so I have to call it that too. It's like you buy a dog, maybe you buy a puppy and it's called Joe, and then you raise it, you know what, let's change the name, and you change it to Jacob or something like this. So, or Eastwood. So, this is the Cold Steel Mini Leather Neck, double edged, and I prefer to call it the Cold Steel Mini Dagger. I don't like the leather neck, like how it rolls off my thigh. I just don't like it. Mini leather neck, double edged. I prefer to call it just a Cold Steel Mini Dagger. And this is a Cold Steel Regional. It's not a knockoff. If you buy a knockoff, you don't know what you're going to get. If you buy a knockoff, if you buy a Cold Steel, you're going to Cold Steel. Cold Steel has a reputation of being a company that makes rugged, reliable, strong knives, basically. So they'll be out of focus. Look to the back. There you go. It's auto focusing now. mini lead neck double edge. Here's the sheet. It is a improvised multi-carrier sheet. It's similar to a sling on a rifle or something like this. So this is actually the earplugs. Here I have used earplugs in case I run out of fresh ones. I can clean these and reuse them. So these are the earplugs that I buy. That I'll be buying multi-packs of from Temu. They come with this like shoestrings instead of rope. String. What I did here, I already have the rubber bands here in case I want to use this as a training knife for impact training. Now remember, don't try anything you see me doing this knife at home. And for other cold steel owners, not just for this knife, but for other knives, if you have one of these little shoestrings, you can carry it pretty much any way you want to. So one way I carry this without any strings is to put inside a coat pocket of my denim pants, and I put my belt over it to lock it in place like this, and it becomes like this. Now, if you want to carry more normally, so let's show some ways to carry without any attachment, without any tying, anything. Another way is to carry it like this inside a belt loop, and you'll have the assist. And carry it like this is not the best way because you can come loose of all that. Now you can carry it like this inside a waistband. A lot of times you want to get both hands on it for a secure deployment, or you might have this happen, which adds a second step to deployment, grabbing the sheet with the left hand. If you pull with the right and pull it on it. Now, what if I want to carry it like this, or like this, or what's a more common way to carry it? It requires some string. Through my belt, or what I'm using now is just one of these sweatband pent strings. So if I want to carry it like this, well, less than 90 seconds. Go. Sometimes I see people whining about, can you get a C-clip for this or make so? It's like, get creative. Less than 90 seconds to just figure out a way with a shoestring, pretty much. Like a thin string to get it. Okay. Then all required for covert carry is a shirt over it. One-handed foil. The rest is one of many ways you can attach this. And it's a simple string. Now the shoestrings you have on your shoes are most likely going to be thicker and might not be usable. So this is like a string from earplugs. It's like a shoestring, only smaller, XL. Another way I could carry it. Obviously, I could see 1, 2, 3, 4. You have these holes here. And same here. Less than 90 seconds. Go. I can actually crisscross if I want to, but we'll do it like this time. With this. And then go over here. Boom. Thread the needle there. Boom. X. And then if I want to, I can go down here, the bottom hole. See if we can reach the next pant loop to add even more resistance, pull resistance for pulling here, because it wants to go here. There's a little bit of give there, a little bit of play. Let's go through pant loop. And then tie it like this. Yeah, and then just tie a knot there. See? There's a lot of ways to achieve this. I really like this knife. I got Schwartz to get, but I didn't want to. I can run 2 30-minute washing machine cycles. So first step is going to be the switch. This is camera. One kind of the martial arts maneuvers that you've seen or heard talking about in the slashing method. And I open also I'm washing my hands with natural Leffler soap because I like to be a high testosterone alpha male, not a soft sissy. The average man is out of shape, soft, obese, has low testosterone, and a beer belly and girly boobs in his 20s. And I enjoy being lifting a six-pack and making fit as top 1%. The type of physique that most women find attractive on propose. And being very athletically built, athletic plus, athletic strong. And one of the reasons that the average man is out of shape and is not ripped with a six-pack at 36. Only 1 in 25,000 men. That's 0.004%. So it's like top 1% elite fitness physique level. Only 1 in 25,000 men about 35 years old have a six-pack. I'm ripped with a six-pack at 36. Rick James. And well, I live my life not like the average man does, being undisciplined, weak, effeminate in my character. So character effeminacy leads to physical effeminacy. We're like a weak little boy. I want to eat sugar like Asmongold. I want to drink soda all day. I don't want to be like Mike Sy, fast and disciplined. See, like Asmongold. I'm a streamer. I'm a man that's more valuable to people than Asmongold is. First of all, I'm smarter than him, more knowledgeable. I can teach people how to overcome anxiety, health, fitness, lose belly fat, teach all kinds of stuff. So I'm more valuable in my competence than he is. Secondly, when I'm gaming streaming, even like loser days, I'm not even doing content, just simply playing video games. I'm a person who wakes up in the morning, doesn't eat all day. And then maybe towards the end of the day, I might go, today's omelet fast baking meal. Whereas he's like a little boy who's addicted to sugar. It's like a bad role model. See? He's like what the average, he's a deep state chill. He's like, here, put this guy in front of people. This is what we want the masses to listen to. Like colonialism, like the worst of the worst, just elevate them. It's like this guy, let's make him be one of the biggest influencers, Penguin C or Asmongold. It's like effeminate guys. This is how the deep state want meant to be. Effeminate, low testosterone losers. Okay. So Asmongold, I'm not Asmongold. What am I like? I'm a man who's more physically masculine than he is. A man, not a boy, with a boy's testosterone levels. So I'm a person who's promoting, I'm more masculine than average person. And I can teach people priceless health fitness truth to just show what I do. So the physique that I have, it takes having not low testosterone, which most men do. So Asmongold, he drinks soda all day to the point all his teeth is falling out. Okay, drink soda all day. Me, I wake up in the morning, I do OMAD fasting, which means I fast 20 plus hours per day. You know, the one time per day, I get less than 20 grams of sugar per day. Whereas a soda, if it's not chemically sweetened, which is bad for you too, it has 20 plus grams of sugar in just one. Like one of these McDonald's big Coca-Colas has more than 50 grams of sugar in it. If you drink 3 of those a day, even if it was as low as 15 grams in half a liter of Coca-Cola, 15, 30, 45, before the 5 grams of sugar in 3 of those. So anyway, I get less than 20 grams of sugar per day. A lot of times it's close to 0 grams. I don't eat sweets, no treats, no nothing. So sugar loses testosterone, and it makes you more feminine, less masculine than what's natural for you biologically. So one of the ways, what are some things I can pass on to you that can help your health, man, woman, child? Meaning if you're a parent, I don't make videos to children, but if you're a parent of children, you can learn health fitness truths here that you can apply in your household and your children will be spared. A lot of people use all these toxic chemicals in home cleaning products, air fresheners in the bathroom, cologne, hairspray, perfume, wash your clothes with softener, and it's releasing chemical fumes into there. I've been talking about that for years. So this is natural Aleppo soap. What I use to shower, wash my hands, natural Aleppo soap. It's perfume and fragrance free. And it's not what most Swedes and Americans use, which has like 16 different ingredients: the shampoo, shower gel, hand washing soap. And this perfume and fragrances are like one ingredient, perfume fragrances. And then all these other things. So this is natural Aleppo soap. Traditional soap is made in Syria, or is it Turkey? Syria, Aleppo. Yeah, Aleppo soap. And it's natural. It's olive oil, laurel oil, and salt, a form of sodium. So it's 3 ingredients: some form of salt, laurel oil, and olive oil. Natural oils, no perfume, unfragrance, unperfumed. And if I would have a normal perfume soap and hold it like this, I start itching. And I start getting stuffed and itchy, watery, red, watery eyes. With this, I can stand here and hold it all day and it's okay. It's not itching anything. So, if you want to improve as a man, if you're a man watching this or a woman, you want to look better, feel better, if you're a man raising testosterone, protects us from the decline, you want to be healthier, I recommend that you use quick toxic chemical hygiene home cleaning products. I have a protocol. Cut down on the sugar, one. Eliminate as many of these toxic chemical, commercial, run-of-the-mill hygiene home cleaning products as possible, and replace as many of your hygiene home cleaning products as possible with more natural alternatives, such as natural Aleppo soap. So what I use for everything pretty much. Natural Aleppo soap for like 90% of stuff. I use natural Aleppo soap for hand washing pots and pans in the kitchen. So I have one kitchen bar on a sponge like this. And then if I want to hand wash pots and pans, I hand wash pots and pans with it. And I'm not releasing fragrances, chemical fumes into the air. If I'm in the bathroom like now, want to wash my hands, I use natural Aleppo soap. And once again, I'm not inhaling fumes and transdermal absorption. So transdermal absorption means that certain things you put on your skin can be absorbed through your skin and get into the bloodstream. Okay. Now, even if something doesn't transdermal absorb, if it's chemical fumes, fragrances, you're smelling it and you're getting inhaled. So, natural Aleppo soap is one of these multi-use items I use for pretty much everything. I have another bar. Before I touch my phone, get this soap. I have another bar. I have another bar here, the bathroom bar. So, and this is one of these. This is a bag actually that has a little fragment of Aleppo soap in there, and this I can use for exfoliating. I did a detox bath yesterday. After showering, I filled up the tub and did a detox bath. So, which means bathing hard enough to be sweaty. And to enhance the detoxification effect, it's good to detox, to exfoliate. It's easier for toxins to be sweated out if you don't have your pores clogged up with dead skin. So it's my bar of natural Aleppo soap. My shower bars where I used to shower. And here's the sink bar here for washing my hands and stuff. This is the what I use to wash my floors, mop heads, mop sticks, and then basically I use natural Aleppo soap for washing my floors too. Well, another thing where I'm not, another activity, regular activity where I'm not releasing toxic fumes into their chemical fumes. So what I do this. This is how I mop my floors. Drop a bar in there, put it here, run hot water over it, and I get soap water. And then I use these to mop the floor. So natural Aleppo soap, you just learn something that you can use like a replacement. So if you remember my protocol, it's detox your life, replaces many of these toxic chemical perfume, fragrance, hiding clean process as possible, more natural alternatives. So what I use is this natural apple soap for washing my hands in the sink, for showering, for hand washing pots and pans. I have a kitchen sink bar, which I use for hand washing pots and pans, or even countertop cleaning, which means I can get one of these sponges and I can clean the stove or the countertop. Now, that's one of the uses that is a little bit more finicky and kind of tedious, because there'll be like a soap film layer on the countertop. So as a second step, I might use some toilet paper or paper towels to dry it off after that. I don't have to. You can get like another sponge and use to soak it up. And it's like, what's the problem with having a little bit of natural soap on the countertop? Instead, it's slippery. Would be the same. And it depends if you use your countertop or a cutting board to put meat on it, or you're getting soap on it. So, part of my free health fitness course for anybody, for individuals, men, women, people looking to lose weight, look better, feel better, live longer. Men looking to be stronger, fitter, healthier. It's cut down on the sugar and detox your life. Replaces many of your coffee and possible to more natural health. And natural health is a type. It's not a brand. Okay. So in this city, they have a foreigner store where sometimes I've bought natural apple soap. So it's a foreigner store, which means it's ran and operated by foreigners, not ethnically Swedish people. So it's run by immigrants. It's first or second generation, I don't know, but I guess you can tell it's foreigners. And they carry foreign items, and a big part of the clientele are foreigners. So I bought it there. Last time I bought it there. I've also ordered on Amazon before. And the cheapest 3-pack of natural apple soap I'm able to find on Prime, like when you click select Prime, it's around $15, 150 Swedish crowns for 3-pack. And in the foreigner store, it's even cheaper. It's I think $2 a bar or so. So they're around $6 for 3-pack as opposed to around $15. That's still worth it. I mean, 3 bars of natural apple soap lasts me a month for everything, cleaning floors, showering, hand washing pots and pans, wherever I'm doing. And I'm not posting myself when I'm using it. So I'm not done yet. It's 21:02. And before I get carried away with other things, let's see. This is my plate carrier, which I washed before. And I'm hanging it up. Put it here. Here's my blind. I have it next to the radio. Put it there. Now we're gonna load up the washing machine. I read on the whiteboard. And yeah, so I'm gonna install on the video. I don't know if I think so. Every time I go outside, there are people that are sent to harass me, talk with psychological violence, intermittently, covert physical violence. One way I get told is people talk to speak a few more themselves and get close to me. And the program games operator make me have accidents before. Posting my feed. I've been shot and labeled a data. I'm a warrior in a war. I'm a veteran. I've been taught for more than a decade with this gang stalking. I don't get the light talking that some talkers talk about, this harassment. I've been sprayed with chemicals. I've been shot and labeled with a dart gun. Most likely something similar to the CIA heart attack gun. I've been sprayed with chemicals that try to make me have accidents. I've been taken by a SWAT team and put in the psych ward because I was speaking the truth about being targeted, and then there was a Darvo campaign, deny attack versus victim offender, and that people that had been targeted go, oh, this guy thinks we're targeting pretty much. So anyway, support that type of thing. And I've had to learn the hard way, a lot of things. And it truly is amazing, despite everything I've gone through. It's like I'm in rare shape, period. Okay, I'm a 36-year-old man with a six-pack, highly energetic, athletic, and in better shape than 99% of men. So it's impressive to begin with. Now, if you consider that I'm a total individual that's been taught with narcissistic abuse, psychopathic abuse for more than a decade, that's intended to give you high cortisol, which lead to hormonal problems and muscle wasting and things like this. I've been taught with narcissistic abuse on the highest level that exists in this world, which means institutionalized narcissistic abuse. So the gang stalking program, part of it, it's narcissistic and psychopathic abuse. And it truly is remarkable how unimpressive to what you would expect. And maybe more, they can be helpful to other people. Say that's something else I can do. Targets on narcissistic abuse. They have PTSD, panic disorder, anxiety, depression. They are like fat because they turn to stress eating and the things that is definitely I could help other people if you're a target individual of gang stalking, average Joe Day, or a target of narcissistic abuse, you can learn things that will help. I'm gonna go and plug in the phone here. Okay. I might upload some videos. These are the best great videos. So for moments like this, rather than just turn it off and put it on a BRB, be right back graphic, I could put something else on. So we look for something what we have at this side. We put this, no, this. Okay, be right back.
yeah, I'm gonna end this and do a part 2 training stream, YouTube only. Take a short break. So if you watch this on Twitch or Rumble, if you want to see my next stream, it will be a YouTube exclusive live stream.